Hi there, my name is Suze and I'm a Divine Feminine Energy Healer and Guide. I wanted to come on here today onto YouTube. I was not planning on doing any videos today for YouTube or any social media content for that matter. So I look a little bit different today. I'm deciding to do this from a different area of my home. But there's been a message that has been on my heart for the past week, and it is something that has come up in client calls and in private conversations with women throughout this past week. And it is very aligned with the current astrology right now. So I'm really feeling a sense of urgency and a big nudging. Nudging isn't even the word. It's a lot more powerful than a nudge. Prompting from the divine to put this message out into any platform that I am currently involved in, because I feel like there are a lot of divine feminines out there right now who really need this message of validation, of reassurance, of confirmation. I just saw 111. This is a really crucial message to be getting out at this time. So I did do a written post about this on Facebook and Instagram, and that's what started this whole thing. I will be copying and pasting what I said over there on here on YouTube in the community tab. So if you do want to read what I wrote on Instagram, Facebook, it will be in the community section. Also in the description box below here, I will be linking my Facebook, Instagram profiles if you do want to follow me over there as well anyway. But like I said, this is something that has been a theme that has been coming up in my own life and in a lot of other women's lives, particularly in the past week, a little over a week. And it is very aligned with this current moon cycle, this lunation. It started as a new moon in Scorpio, which if anyone knows astrology, you know that Scorpio is intense. Scorpio is about power. It is about the unseen things. It is about death and rebirth, the phoenix rising, transformation, endings, beginnings. It's secrets, very transformative, intense, can be very dark and heavy kind of energy. So this lunation of this moon started in that, of a new moon in Scorpio. And so I know that for a lot of us, myself included, I have a lot of heavy Scorpio placements in my sign, as well as being a late term Aquarius as well, which had a lot to do with some other planets that were happening at the same time that we had this new moon, which really affected any other late sign Aquariuses, meaning your birthday being in February and not January, kind of Aquarius. And with all these other Scorpio placements I have in my chart as well, I really got taken out. I did not really realize how intense this new moon in Scorpio would be. So anyway, as we came into that new moon in Scorpio, a lot of truths for a lot of us started bubbling up. Again, the idea of Scorpio being the keeper of secrets. And maybe some things inside of you that you hadn't been wanting to look at, and maybe you could no longer avoid. Or maybe things that you had been lying to yourself about. All of a sudden, you couldn't keep lying to yourself about something. Or maybe some massive clarity was starting to come in about some particular challenge or thing that you'd really been trying to figure out in your life for a while. Or maybe some physical other person or external influence literally showed up in your life and gave you an unexpected moment or an unexpected truth or an unexpected message or some kind of a communication. Or maybe the divine, maybe your intuition gave you some unexpected news or revealed some secret to you. But that was really how it kind of all started. But now currently, as we're quickly approaching the full moon on where I am, it's Monday the 27th. As we're approaching this full moon in Gemini, things are amping up. All of that to say, the message that is really coming through in my client calls, in my own personal meditation moments, is the idea of enough. The idea that you are enough, and maybe you have done enough. If there's some situation in your life, whether it be a relationship or a work partnership, any kind of relationship to money, relationship in your job, relationship to your boss, relationship to a family member, relationship in an intimate romantic context, any of these things, okay? Maybe you've done enough. And what I mean by that, whatever it is, that thing in your life that you feel like you have been investing so much of your energy into, and it just doesn't seem to be working. It just doesn't seem to be changing. It just doesn't seem to be panning out in the way that you want it to. Or maybe you just are continually feeling misunderstood, undervalued, underprioritized, not seen, which would be an equal exchange of energy also as well, by the way. There's no equal energetic exchange. Situations like that are really being brought up right now. And so as a divine feminine healer, as someone who really focuses on helping women relax more into their feminine energy, because in the feminine energy, there is relaxation, there is freedom, there is flow, there is wealth, because there is non-resistance. And when I say wealth, I mean all the things. Usually I'm speaking in the context of love, wealth of love, right? So back to the thing of enough. And I'm going to try to keep this message brief and to the point here. But maybe you've said enough in an effort to be understood, to feel seen, to feel heard, to feel accepted, to feel approval. Maybe you've said enough and it's time to stop. Maybe you've done enough. Maybe you've tried hard enough. Because a lot of this stuff does go back to childhood, right? And when I speak of these childhood things, I am not at all speaking in a wallowing, victim-y, poor me, oh, this happened to me kind of way. No. I am simply going back to the past so that we can understand why we're dealing with what we're dealing, why we're thinking these limiting thoughts of unworthiness, why we're in this bad mental space of feeling like we're not enough and we have to do more, say more, try harder, we're not good enough, all of that. You have to go back to what started it and rip it out at the root. So I'm not blaming anyone back there. I'm not wallowing or victiming myself for back there. I am understanding why I'm currently dealing with what I'm dealing and ripping it out at the root and giving myself the love I needed back then and was not given. I am taking responsibility for the fact that now I am an adult. I can give myself what I need, and I do need to step into that responsibility. So if you come from a past situation, this is the common wounded story I'm hearing with all of this, is there's a story in the past that told you, no matter what I do, I'm always misunderstood. No matter how hard I try, I'm never seen for how good I am and how hard I'm trying. And it's never good enough. No matter how hard I try, it's never good enough. So it always ends up in me being punished. And the punishment comes in the form of withdrawal of the love that I am seeking, or abandonment, being left alone, rejection. This is what is coming up to be healed once and for all right now. Right now. So no matter where you are on all of this, again, I want to simplify this. There's so much more I could say here, but sometimes I feel like the less I say, the better and the more powerful and potent it is and impactful. So if you resonate with any bit of this message, I want you to know you've done enough. And you don't have to try to explain or be understood or speak or figure out the right thing to say to make it all better. There's nothing more for you to do, for you to feel seen, to feel appreciated, to feel desired, to feel wanted, to feel valued. There's nothing more to do. If you are exhausted, if you are disappointed, if you are, what's the word I'm looking for? Discouraged, and you feel like you are just ready to completely and totally quit everything, and you're trying to decide if you should stay or if you should go, there is nothing to decide in this moment. Now is not the time to do anything externally. The only thing to do is to bring your love back to yourself. Stop external doing. Bring your focus back to yourself. Pray. Connect with the divine. Pray. Forgive whoever needs to be forgiven, whether it is yourself, it is someone else, it's someone from your past. Forgive. Accept what is. Nurture yourself with tenderness and what would feel truly nourishing and replenishing to you. Be kind to yourself. Hold space for yourself. Ground yourself. That's all you should be doing right now. Trust in the plan. Trust in the divine. Trust that your next steps of what you should do will be revealed when your heart is healed and therefore you're ready to open it up to receive guidance. You will know when it's divine guidance when it comes in very clearly and it feels very grounded. It may feel scary, but it will feel very clear and grounded. Or maybe in your moment of surrender and total trust and stopping of the doing, maybe the divine will step in with divine intervention and bring around a miracle. But there is nothing to do right now externally. There is only love to be given to yourself, nurturing, acceptance, grounding, forgiveness, and praying. If you are struggling with this, I feel you. I hold space for you. I honor you and the work you are doing. I honor you and the incredible amount of strength and integrity it takes to put yourself and stay in this position for as long as it takes to find your healing, to find your answers, to have your guidance and have your freedom and growth. If you found value in this message, please do like, subscribe, drop me a comment. Let me know what you appreciated and valued the most out of this message. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you guys on the next one.